Hello,
Mhm.
Andrew?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you could hear me and I could hear you, so I'm just testing.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
I was gonna say if Mark shows up, he can just join in. All right, first one on the list for discussion here on our work session is 137 South Maple. Any comments from board members?
I think it's fine as submitted.
I was fine with it as well, but I did prefer if they could keep the window over the wet bar. If possible, they were taking out that window.
Yeah, I concur. I would have, and if it's too low for the counter, then shadow boxing would be preferred, like they did the stair window.
Yeah. Yeah. We can talk about it maybe.
Okay.
I guess it's public hearing.
Yeah, it's a public hearing and which one that was in my file here. I think my file got,
It's the one with the orange,
oh, that's right.
footprints.
Somehow I got reshuffled. It's in there. Okay, next is, we have the three windows. I think those are all the same that we've seen. So I know we've all four discussed this before.
Yeah.
And I understand the applicant will be here this evening to answer the questions that we have.
I had a question just for my own knowledge. 'Cause I don't know. If you have non-compliant existing openings, what kind of jurisdiction does the city have or the ARB have on enforcing them to be? None. Okay.
Apparently, yeah, we learned that recently.
Yeah, there's apparently the code was adopted that incorporates parts of the existing building code. And
Okay.
Andrew has clarified that for us. You may have not been here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll move to the next one on the list, which was 837 Tuxedo Avenue. Were there comments?
No comments.
No comments.
What was this?
837 Tuxedo.
Mine got, this one. Yeah, no comments.
All right, I think I had a question on that one about. Were they, okay, so the new ones don't have grills and the existing ones do, isn't that the one?
Yeah, it seems like some of them have already been replaced, maybe in the past, either,
Ready to mix.
yeah. mixed,
Yeah, so the, oh, I see, okay. So it seems like the goal is moving towards getting rid of grills.
Mhm.
And if that's the case, if you guys picked up on that, then I'm good with that one. 837 Tuxedo. But I guess we'll wait till Kyle gets here. I can come back to that one. Or Mark, sorry. Next on our list was 319 Tulip Drive, rear covered porch.
Looks like we have some new drawings that were just dropped off that we're seeing for the first time this evening, and I just flipped through them. I don't see the revisions marked. So perhaps somebody has some insight into exactly what was changed. Just haven't had a chance to really go through it since they just arrived.
Okay.
Yeah, I know my comments were. Well, I was asking for a north arrow and then materials, which are now called out. Yeah, and I think the photos that they included in this new submittal helped answer some questions that I had. Looks like maybe they built this before.
I'm not sure how far this gets into style or whatnot, but the eave at the gutter board looks very flimsy. Like I would expect like there'd be some sort of a freeze from column to column to add some like a header or something. Like quite honestly, I'm curious how they're actually gonna build that with it being so thin at the nose there. So I don't know how much that
Hey,
goes
Mark.
into style versus anything else. But it seems kind of thin.
Do you see these, Lauren? Are these photos? Tonight?
These at the very back of the submittal from tonight.
Oh, from tonight. Oh,
Maybe that answers the question. We are on 319 Tulip. Mark, there's a new drawing for 319 Tulip. That one right there, yep. That's the one we're currently discussing.
oh, here we go. So is this built already or? Right. So is this already built then?
Well, you ask a good question. I thought maybe it was just an example that they've done somewhere else.
That's what I
but
thought.
Hopefully,
Oh, okay.
That's
okay,
what it looks like.
Okay, okay.
Um,
But if that's the case, and then I'm seeing my concerns addressed with there being more of a header or a breeze of some sort. Yeah.
on the inside and then it's just flush on the outside. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a vaulted interior,
Yeah.
which makes,
Makes more sense.
mhm. My comments were just related to clarifying details. If they were matching columns or what was going on. And I think I see that on this current set. I don't really have any issues with it, the way the resubmittal is showing.
And then is this their initial submittal? Would there be a secondary one with more detail and all that, or that just goes to city?
permit, yeah.
Yeah, they would add additional detail then. I mean, unless you have other questions on this.
No,
or think
no,
we
I
should-
really don't.
Carol, do you have anything else on this one? And then Mark, I know you're just getting in here, so.
Yeah, my only question that I had was about materials. Looks like they've called those out now. From the example, it doesn't look like they're doing stone, correct?
I don't see it called out on the elevation. I think that's just
Yeah.
showing how the columns and the
The
fascia are gonna look.
only other question I had, it was difficult to tell with the ground plane. It looks like the backyard is pretty flat.
Mhm.
But I didn't know how much of the slab is gonna be exposed. Is it just meeting grade? If there's any kind of a lip to the slab as it goes out in the backyard.
Actually, yeah, there is a slope in the backyard. Pretty good slope.
Okay, we can talk about that one. And then the last one in our review or our work session, and then we can go back to a couple and for you, Mark. Last one is 849 Clark Avenue, and I believe there was a new drawing of that provided to us all here this evening. Any comments from the board?
I think the revised drawing addresses a few of my comments. I would like to just have a conversation about the possibility of adding a third window at the clerestory level height on the east and west elevations, just to try to even that out a bit. make it look a little more symmetrical and, obviously it's going to be workspace, so natural light in there would be nice. As much as you can get.
It's a really good suggestion.
Okay.
And I'm assuming the height of this garage is because this is gonna be like a working garage with
With lists.
hoists and things.
Mm-hmm.
Either a collector or a repairer.
My comment was addressed with the concrete finish.
Where it slopes.
Just to what, that was my original comment, what's the, yeah, exposed concrete, so they clarified that. Mark, do you have any
I didn't have
comments?
any other comments.
Okay, we'll discuss that one. Unless there's anything else on that, Mark, we talked about 137 South Maple. There was a comment from one of the board members about possibly putting one of the windows back or doing a shadow box. I don't know if you had any comments on that one. And then number 2, 3, and 4 are all the same. Well, they're separate submittals, but it's the same applicant that's going to be here tonight. So I don't know if you have any questions or comments on those.
No, I don't.
Okay. And then 837 Tuxedo Avenue.
I was just curious if they were going to keep the grills on the window.
Yeah, I had the same question, but I don't think they are. Just, we can talk about that one. And then we're here for Tulip. I can't remember now.
Yeah. here's
Yes,
the
you,
smart
yep.
grid.
Yeah.
All right, so we're caught up. All right. That covers our work session. So we can take just a pause and we'll reconvene the official meeting at 5:30 promptly. Thank you. We're good to go. All right. Well, welcome everyone to the Architectural Review Board meeting. We just finished our work session. And so the official meeting is now underway. Introduce Yolanda Wilkins and Andrew Klosterman with the city. We have Sarah Richardson, who's our city council liaison on the Zoom call. Carol Dunkey and Tracy Collins, David Yates and Mark Vogel, myself, Bob Buckman, we're all volunteer architects on the board. First item of business is review of meeting minutes. I do believe,
I was not here and I do have a comment that the minutes don't reflect that I was not here.
from February 2nd.
Yeah. David, were you here?
No,
February 2nd?
I was not.
I don't think. we can
Okay.
vote.
Okay.
February 2nd was
Table it.
myself, Tracy, and Ken. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Yolanda, if you could edit the ARB members reflect that.
Kyle was here, right?
I think Kyle
Yeah.
was here.
So I'll have to wait to vote.
And so we'll have to wait and vote on that when three of us are here. All right. Next on our list, we have several pre-approvals. So when I ask for a motion from the board members,
Actually, can I go back real quick? Sure. February 2nd was 2 weeks ago.
yeah,
I was here.
You
Oh.
were here?
I missed the one prior to that.
Okay. Okay.
So you can add me back to that and then
oh, okay,
You guys
Yeah.
can vote because
Well, yeah.
there's three of you.
there you
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yay.
Let's,
I missed the prior one.
all right, let's take a step backwards then.
Sorry about that.
So back to the meeting minutes for February 2nd, since Tracy and David and myself were all present. We will, I'll ask for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from February 2nd with the note to change me as present.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting minutes are approved as noted. Next, pre-approvals. If board members could refer to the handouts that were given to us by the city when we arrived. When you read the motion, first one is 412 Hampshire Court. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve 412 Hampshire Court with the clarification that the windows in the former breezeway will match the existing double hung windows on the front and the understanding that the side window for the new closet will remain on the exterior and be shuttered on the inside.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? 412 Hampshire Court is approved. Next, we have 328 Clark Avenue. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve 328 Clark Avenue per the updated elevations received on 2/14.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? 328 Clark Avenue is approved. Next, we have 524 Locust Court. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve 524 Locust Court, pending the approval from the elevations that were received on February 15th.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
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 Opposed? 524 Locust is approved, and the last pre-approval is 636 Lockwood Court. Do I have a motion?
Make-
Motion to approve 636 Lockwood Court as submitted.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right, Lockwood Court is approved. Next, we have a number of projects. If we call your project's name, if you're present, we'll ask that you come up to the microphone here to my right and introduce yourself, and we'll discuss your project with you. First one is 137 South Maple Avenue. Is there anyone present for that?
Hi, everybody. I'm Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Hello. Okay, so really all we're doing on this is our second or resubmittal. We are changing out the triple window in the kitchen on the south elevation, the first floor. Basically replicating the triple window on the east elevation first floor, the smaller set.
Okay.
That's all we're doing.
I think Carol has a question or comment.
No, I'm fine with it. I think, was it
Yeah,
Tracy? Did
I-
Oh,
you-
I'm sorry, Tracy, yes.
We're just talking about that one window over the wet bar area, the existing window that's gonna be removed. Is there any way to save that? Or,
No, I actually talked with a homeowner yesterday or today about it. I have a photo of it if you want to see it. It's in pretty poor condition. And usually you put a new shadow box in the ground before.
Mhm.
It is inoperable. She can't open it. At some point, it's been painted shut.
Um, Help me refresh my memory. Hannah, wasn't this approved without that window previously? Was that the case?
This was approved with the window being removed.
Yeah, it was approved
Oh, yes.
previously. And so your only change is modifying the triple window to smaller units.
That's correct.
Yeah, okay. I thought that I remembered that had been previously approved without that larger window.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other comments from the board members in hearing none? Is there anyone present, since this is a public hearing, that wants to make a comment on 137 South Maple? Seeing no one, I'm gonna ask for a motion.
Make a motion to approve 137 South Maple as submitted.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, Hannah, you're approved.
Thank you.
Yep. Have a good night. All right, next we have 5 East Moody Avenue.
Hello there. My name is Dan.
Hey, Dan, welcome.
Thank you.
I had a question on 5 was, the slider.
Yes, sir.
That was my question, previously, was to consider a casement with a horizontal bar, since it's the only one that would be a slider on the entire house, right?
Yes, sir. The intent with going with the slider, to my understanding, was that the customer uses that as an access to their roof at several
Mhm.
points in time. And the slider, both of the sashes can be removed, where if it was a casement, they would not be able to remove the sash and it would prevent them from exiting that way.
Okay. I see. Okay, thanks.
Wasn't expecting that answer.
Well, we knew there must be some reason, but we didn't know what it was. So thank you.
Yeah. All right. I'm fine with it. I just want to clarify any additional comments from board members? Hearing none. Do I have a motion on 5 East Moody?
I make a motion to accept, sorry, the number, 5 East Moody as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, 5 East Moody is approved. Next, we have 643 North Forest Avenue.
Hello, I am still Dan.
All right.
Your name?
Yeah. My question on this one, Dan, was that 110B is the double hung and the 110A and C are the picture windows.
Yes, sir.
And I just was curious about that. If you discussed adding a bar to the picture windows or making the double hung a casement so that they're all the same.
So the intent for the customer was to provide them with as much open glass space as possible. They wanted to remove those 2 windows as double hungs, specifically to have just open panes of glass
Mhm.
on either side of the bay.
And then keep the center one operable.
Yes, sir.
And then the reason for not considering a casement, I guess, was my question.
Oh, for the center one,
Yeah.
they have dogs that use that window as a seat, if you
Okay.
will. So they wanted a smaller opening with less possibility of the dogs being able to make an exit.
Okay. All right, well, that was my only question. Any other comments from board members?
I have a question. There was a note about rewrapping the bay on the back in a canvas color. What material are you using to rewrap that bay?
That would be an aluminum coil, same we're finishing off the outside of the rest of the windows with, to make sure that everything is cohesive color on the outside.
So
Okay.
canvas is just the name of the color.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. No additional comments. With that, I'll ask for a motion on 643 North Forest.
Make a motion to approve 643 North Forest as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed. All right, that one's approved. And then lastly, for you, Dan,
Yes, sir.
8641 Big Ben.
Yes, sir.
This was one I had written comment about suggesting the grill, having grills to match unless they're being replaced. And I think some of my other board members pointed out that some of the windows have been replaced without grills.
Yes, sir. So to my, I apologize. Was there more to that one?
No, that was my question.
I got you. So this is our first project on the address, to my understanding. And once again, the customer was hoping for clearer visibility through that glass, thus getting rid of the grill patterns. I couldn't speak as to the previous installs, what other windows had grill patterns removed. That was not us.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that was a different project. But that was really my comment because some of the existing windows still have grills. All the new ones don't.
Oh, are we referring to the previous project or this one again?
No, this one, I think.
This one.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to look at your drawings again. It's been a while.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because just the front are being replaced, and if those don't have grills,
But
it
everything
would
else
be a
does.
little, yeah,
So,
if
yeah,
you've got,
I think it
Two
was this one that
windows
I had
in it.
comments about 2 weeks ago, where it looked like some of the windows had been
Oh, okay.
replaced ahead of.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, that's the one.
Perhaps, do you know, Dan, if it's their intent to eventually gradually replace all the windows and go with the same style? Because we've seen that before when they kind of do it in phases. I just didn't know if they'd expressed anything about that.
So that I couldn't give you a direct answer on.
Okay.
I'm the technical measure for all these projects. The salespeople were unable to make it this evening, but
Okay.
I was able to speak briefly with the landlord of this property, and it seemed like it was their intent to continue working on the home. But I do not have anything written or verbal
Okay.
to confirm that.
Okay,
for
thank you.
one way or the other.
Thank you very much.
All right. Do I have a motion on 8641 Big Bend Boulevard?
Make a motion to approve 8641 Big Ben Boulevard as submitted.
second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed. All right, Dan. You approved on that one as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Yep.
Thank
Have a
you.
good evening. Next, we have 837 Tuxedo Avenue. Anyone here for that one? There was a
hand raised.
hand raised. Okay,
It's this one.
yeah.
Hello?
Good evening.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm the homeowner.
Hi, Alex. Welcome. I think David had a question, maybe?
Oh, I think this one was just the one where we talked about the upper vertical muttons going away. If, and it was, if that was the intent on all the windows on the house, or were some going to remain as such.
Yeah, we would like to remove the vertical grills. All the other windows in the house are, I take it from the 80s or 90s, relatively modern. These are the only remaining, I think, original windows, and all of the new-ish windows do not have grills except inexplicably one upper window. But we want to remove the grills so that all of the lower level windows do not have them, and as well as for visibility and so on. I can't speak to why whoever last replaced the windows kept the vertical grills. simply on the west facing upper window. But we'd prefer to keep it as consistent as possible without the grills.
I think if we had hindsight, that the prior owner would have kept them, I would have liked that, but I think if you're replacing all the windows now, I don't, I think it is what it is, really.
Mhm. Okay. No other comments from the board? All right, with that, I'll ask for a motion for 837 Tuxedo.
I make a motion to accept 837 Tuxedo as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? All right, Alex, you're approved. Have a good evening.
You as well.
Thanks. All right, next on our list is 319 Tulip Drive.
My architect is sick. I'm Rob, the homeowner.
Oh, hey, Rob.
Oh, Robert's here.
Robert, okay,
Yes.
Rob and Robert.
Technology.
Hey, Rob. Yeah, I'm actually taking over for Joe. He's not feeling well tonight, so I thought I'd sit in here for him, but be happy to answer any questions. Again, I'm Robert Sroat with Sroat and Company Architects.
Okay, thanks. Questions from the board? I think getting the revised drawings help clarify, I think, for most of us. So thank you for that. And the
Sure.
pictures. David, I think your question was answered by the pictures. Those pictures at the end of the set are just examples, right?
Yes, those are, I mean, the detailing will be pretty similar, if not identical.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my questions were based around the elevations. It looked like the what I'll call the gutter board and how that detailed looked very thin in profile on, how that was structured. It looks like you have a
Right.
you have
Yeah.
a raised, you have a raised tray type.
Yeah, we're trying to maintain as much headroom through there as we can.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, from the inside, it does have a taller bulkhead in there.
And then I had a question about how the slab of the porch meets grade. When I'm looking at the photos of the rear of the house on the left-hand side, it looks like there's a slope that comes right down into where the porch will be. And then, do you know how much of the slab is going to be exposed on the other sides? Will it be finished anyway, or is it just exposed concrete?
Robert, I have a picture of Tom's house, which will be similar stamped concrete. I was gonna show him. If you think.
Okay, great.
So okay,
This is the other. We're gonna have the same, you can see kind of a stamped.
Okay.
concrete That'll have that edge.
and so it looks like it's what, no more than about 12 inches above grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, I think ours, that's a flat spot because we have a slope, but then it flattens out. And so the porch is gonna be back away from that slope and everything. So.
And then if need be, you'll slope the grade up to the deck as needed. Rather than and if there is a level change that's noticeable, you'll regrade to the,
Yeah.
okay. Rather than having some sort of a guardrail or.
Right. We expect it to be about somewhere between 4 and 6 inches above the grade once the concrete.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for that. I believe that it takes care of all the questions. And with that, I'll ask for a motion on 319 Tulip Drive.
Make a motion to approve 319 Tulip Drive per the updated drawings received this evening.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, Rob and Robert, you're approved. Yep.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you. All right, which brings us to, where are we? Clark,
849.
849 Clark Avenue.
I am Alex Blaze with Blaze Architects.
Hey, Alex. Welcome. All right, I had my questions addressed. Carol, I think you had a comment or question.
Thank you for the revised drawings. I think those help answer a lot of the comments. I just wanted to discuss the possibility of adding like a third clear story window on these east and west elevations to make it appear a little more symmetrical.
So we had originally, looking at the drawings, there is a steel beam running around about that point. We'd originally believed that that steel beam might interfere. However, when we're talking with the client, that should be below the level of that window. So we should be able to add that third window on each side with no issue.
That is wonderful. Yeah, I'm good with that. Thank you very much. Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be quite a workshop. All right, I don't believe there's any additional comments from the board. So with that, I'll ask for a motion on 849 Clark Avenue.
I'll make a motion to approve 849 Clark Avenue per the revised drawings received this evening, and with the understanding that on the east and west elevations, a third clear story window will be added, symmetrically placed on the elevation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, 849 Clark is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, have a good evening.
You too.
And with that, the meeting is adjourned. Thanks, everyone. So, Alex.